Ah, where did you go? Huh. Oh, there you are.
Gotcha.
The news is filled with constant liars. I am the only one who can tell you the truth.
So,
Let's get to it. News.
Well, it's come to this, has it? Ha ha ha! Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Max.04 and I'm doing a news video this time. Oh yeah, he's doing a news video. This is called the YouTube Update News #1. This is a one-off. I'm never doing this again. There's so much news that happened in the last 8 months. I just need to cover and I need to just give my opinion so I can just feel affirmed in my heart. Doing my own style, and we're just going to go through things like Ricochet. There are so many things I wrote down. I didn't write these in order. I just wrote these as the time they came out, and I was like, oh, what's on top of my head? So, let's get to it. This is the first video of many of the month of beautiful August. So, let's get to it. I have a green screen. I'm utilizing this for the first time ever. This is the best way I can utilize it. I'm gonna, every topic I go through, the picture of that topic will be at the back. So hopefully it's light enough to green screen it. Let's 3, 2, 1, a go. All right, PewDiePie and Matsuya, they have finally retired in the beautiful shores of Japan. They have lost their dog Maya, rest in peace, hello be that named, and they have another dog, but they also have had a child. I don't think I ever saw myself watching a video where PewDiePie has a child. I don't think any of us did 10 years ago. I don't think any of us. It's crazy because all the YouTube stardom started picking up like 10 years ago. And it's crazy how you go back and you never think this and you think that moment is forever and like time goes on for so long. And we thought everything was new and everything was old within a month. And like it was such a fast-paced business and industry. And if you were a viewer for so long, and I was a viewer for like 10 years on that platform, and to finally make my own YouTube channel to be in the whole industry of it, it was absolutely insane. And then to see PewDiePie and Matsuya have their happy ever after and have a child, I wish them nothing but the best. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. That kid's has the greatest parents ever. Those parents met by the internet and they will die by the internet. Next thing, Tfue retired. Yes, the mythic, the streamer, the legend. Man, Upton retired. Why do that? Such a pussy. He isn't. I follow his brother, Juke Squad, for so long, even before I knew he was Tfue's brother. And Juke Squad is an older brother of Tfue, and basically they had public hell. They had no privacy whatsoever when Tfue was in his prime, as they call it. And the reason it happened is because Fortnite was the biggest thing, and stream sniping, but also calling SWAT teams on so many streamers. That shit was incredibly common. So Tfue has every right to retire. Definitely not the end of his YouTube career, but the end of how he wants it to be a fast-going, pacing thing. I completely understand it. Wish nothing but the best for him. Best for Ninja instead. Smosh got back together. Yes, the dynamic duo that split off in 2017 due to different ideals and beliefs, and it took them 6 years. And I was like, no way it's been 6 years, but I counted up the years. 2017, so after that, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It took them 6 years. It took them a lot longer than 6 years to own Smosh again, but it took them 6 years for the duo to meet up idly and buy their company, and they bought Smosh together. Every week, they've been posting a skit, and I have subbed to them for the first time ever. I always heard of Smosh growing and being a viewer on YouTube. I always heard of Smosh being like a very high prestigious YouTube royalty, mother truggers, and they were the most subscribed channel on the platform for 3 times, and they have earned that in their specks of gold. And they've released like 3-4 videos, literally like 4-minute, 5-minute skits, and it's so good. And it just reminds me of like watching a video back in 2013. It's a nice blast from the past and nostalgia, and it's just nice to keep watching that. And it really captivates me, like watching the videos back then. The oldest video features are back. Yes, we were all rioting at the gates of YouTube. Why have you removed oldest video features? And they just basically said it was a glitch. And ever since Susan Wojcicki said it's a glitch, we never saw them in the light of day again. And that is why we're all like, what the hell? Why have they never repatched it? Since there's been a new CEO, there's been 2 changes. One, he's brought swear word regulations back, and two, he's brought oldest filterings on YouTube channels. And the reason I think Susan took it away is because a lot of YouTubers that are brand friendly now, they were never brand friendly in the beginning. So that's why they're trying to cover up everything else. So really, I am utmost happy that that is gone out the way. And I'm very happy with YouTube, how it's progressing like a simple thing. Well, hopefully this CEO can make a lot more changes, the dislikes. And hey, if this is the step forward into a good direction, I'm hoping that everything happens in a great direction. Instead of scrolling for millions of years on my YouTube channel, my oldest videos, now I can just set that as a sword. Thank Christ, man. God, that was so annoying. Like, what BS excuse are they giving? Oh, it's a glitch. We can't. Shut up. You're doing it because you want to. If you all know the gigantic thing that's been happening, Twitter rebranded as X. Elon Musk now the owner. After 16 years, Twitter has rebranded to X. If you all notice, your app's been updated, and the lovely little bird, Blue Chirpy, has now changed to X. Rest in peace, Twitter, for what it was. It had its glory moments, but it subsided into a toxic manifestation of what the world is today. Greatness, honestly. We see Pete Davidson, we see Chick-fil-A, and now we just see Elon beckoning the fight for Elon Musk. We get it. We get it, Mark Zuckerberg. It's crazy how everything's changing. Now it's no longer Twitter, it's X now. It's Mr. X. 2023 has been a constant ball of changes this year. I can't wait to see where it goes. First of many. This is first of many, guys. First of many. This is the bad stuff now, and I want to get into this very, very lightly. Hello. You're possibly wondering, why am I no tuxedo, no suit? Basically, during the editing process of this video, there was a couple situations that happened that I did not talk about in the video. So I wanted to make this video kind of relevant for the times instead of irrelevant, like why didn't you talk about two other things? We're first going to go off with Kai Cenat's horribly planned meetup. To not understand that you're self-aware and you think all your boys are like, oh yeah, there's going to be 500 people in the middle of New York, Isle of Manhattan, to give out 500 PlayStations, like hundreds of gift cards, and you think that's not going to attract any form of attention. So many people sit on their lives sitting down in a chair just to look at your streams every 24/7. For you to think that no one, like not at least 1,000 people are going to come to your meetup. You're the biggest streamer in the world, and that is really obnoxious and naive for you to think that nothing's going to happen. And Kai and the whole group squad had a reality check that day. They're forever going to have a reality check that people idolize you because of your comedy, because of what you do. You've made your audience be like that. And you've allowed people to take advantage of the audience to be like that. It's hooligans that watch your shit. It's hooligans that are going to cause thousands of dollars of property damage through all of New York. Not good for Kai to think that. Not good for his management. And not good for no one, not even any of them, to say anything against this, like this was okay. They were all stressed as hell getting out of that vehicle, and they all thought, oh, it'd be completely fine. It is just ridiculous to me. And I just hate that, like, they all thought, oh, this was happy. No. And they all thought nothing would happen. You're not going to get 500 people. You're going to get at least 4 times that amount in New York. Like, come on. Like, are we kidding ourselves here? Seriously. So that was just ridiculous. But the next thing is a bit more... Damn. ishowspeed, man, streams constantly, you know, forever and ever. If you're a person erratic like that, jumping around, shit's gonna happen and shit's gonna fly off. ishowspeed does a lot of things with his cameras and, like, gets his cameras and moves his cameras to his groin and just does some insane, crazy shite. And this time he was playing Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach the DLC, and he got scared by Chica, and he started literally, like, moving his groin in front of the camera, and his... a wadger flipped out his pants. All of the internet was there to see. He took down the VOD instantly, but you can still find those images on Google. Of course, incognito mode Google. The picture of that is going to stay with you no matter where you go. And of course, the chat deemed ishowspeed, ishowme. And recently, I've been seeing a lot of Speed breaking down. Speed's very angry, and he's taken so much brutality in the comment sections and stream chat of ishowme. It's funny to laugh at this, but Speed is just a kid in this whole YouTube industry. For the community to banter him and hit him verbally, make it out like his career-ending image is a joke. It isn't. You know, I feel bad for him, and people are comparing Edeka to him. People are comparing Rekful. I think it's very poor from those people because they're like, oh, what we should do. And really, it's not like that at all. It isn't like that. People just should be sympathetic and empathetic instead of like, oh, yo, I show me. Really, there's a person at the end of this screen here. There's a person at the end of this camera. Their center of view right here. When people think you're just an image instead of a real person, that's when people don't give a shit. But that's the way of the internet. You know, you're not going to satisfy everyone, and people are going to usurp that. Speed should really phase it off and not take anything to heart and just like, fair enough. But I understand that shit can end your career and end your livelihood as you know it. Everything you've built up can fall apart and crumble in your hands that you've made your channel. Completely understandable. I wish the best for him. He is still like a kid, you know, and I completely understand that. And he's going to have it rough now and then, but he's going to learn even better, and he's going to become better if he just keeps going on that right path. So, completely understandable. Hope he's good. Hope he's okay. Honorable mention, the Colleen ukulele apology. My opinion is that when I see that video, I'm seeing a person that doesn't care anymore. I'm seeing a person that had her golden days and been like, okay, you know, I just got found out. I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit anymore. I've had it. For me, I'll say respect to that, but fuck you at the same time. You're just not giving a shit. And really, if she doesn't feel like she's done anything wrong, then she really shouldn't give a shit. And she's just like, okay, if this is the end of my career, I'm good with it because I had a lovely career. I had 10 years on this platform, so fuck it. It doesn't excuse any allegations she's done. That video is just an epitome of not caring anymore. I've had it. You found me out at the last minute of my life. See you later, bitches. That's literally what I see. To everyone who hates her, that's literally what I see. In a way, I can respect that, but fuck you, though. Like, not saying anything to fans who care about you still and hold you a deep heart in their place. So I just, in a way, respect, but disgust at the same time. So fuck you, Colleen. Last one, ssniperwolf. This guy, for God's sake, he's an OG content creator. He exposed ssniperwolf properly, and ssniperwolf had to go at him on Twitter. I want to say, from the beginning of time, since I've ever seen ssniperwolf during 2019 or 2018, there was nothing appealing to her channel. And then, when I sat down and tried watching a video of ssniperwolf, I am like, there's no way I can watch this. Kids have to watch this. And ssniperwolf doesn't care about her fans. It's true. It's proven. You know, even Keem is correct sometimes. A wrong clock is right twice a day. It is pathetic how she says she's a YouTube genius when she's reusing the same thumbnail over and over again. I have never seen a content creator that bare minimum. Like, there's a lot of content creators that are retired. Markiplier, this guy, PewDiePie, KSI, who don't do extreme content like they did back in the day. They're more relaxed because they have so many things to do. They have so many other ventures to do than now. ssniperwolf, she has YouTube and that's it. And she thinks she's a YouTube genius by reusing thumbnails and stealing people's content. And it's all proven. I've linked Cavils' video. You know, I don't agree with Cavils a lot of time, but when he's right, he shines. And I've linked Jack's video because honestly, when you see how poor effort ssniperwolf puts in her videos, her top 10 videos are reaction videos. They're nothing original. And the only thing original is a thumbnail of her boyfriend pinching her boob. That's it. That's disgraceful. And I get so annoyed with that shit because it's not even content. ssniperwolf, when I first saw her, she looks like the most overrated YouTuber ever. And I thought I was wrong because I didn't know about ssniperwolf. But when I look on her channel, it displays it. And Jack confirmed everything I thought. I see YouTubers losing their limbs for their content who deserve over 30 mil subscribers. And she already has 30 mil from her reaction videos. Shame on the people that have subbed to her. When they grow up, they're like, shit, I forgot I subscribed to you. Answer. People that can't even count to 5 watch that channel just for like, for the fakest reactions of all time. Like, are you joking? Are you joking? And I can't believe I was right because I have seen so many YouTubers on this platform give their lives, their limbs for the content they make. They would absolutely be disgusted if they got compared to ssniperwolves. People that have spent thousands of days filming animations or filming anything to be beaten by a woman who sits here and reacts vids. ssniperwolf has never loved YouTube, and she did it for the venture because she was in prison, and then she went to YouTube for this venture, and it stuck out, and she's got so much money, but she keeps doing it, and she doesn't care about it. She doesn't give a shit about it. She doesn't give a shit about the fans that she makes. She doesn't give a shit about anything. So ssniperwolf is a poo-poo girl, and I don't respect anything she does. Hello, everyone. It's September the 6th. It is UK's most hottest day. Let's get to it. All right, Jacksepticeye versus Mr. Beast. Jack talks about how Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast, ruined YouTube and how it changed content on a worldwide trend scale, saying it was more about money, more about views, and not more about the content, but how extreme it all is. In Tommy, in his video that he collabed in. Out of context, you would agree. If you've been living under a rock, that is, for the past 5 years on this platform. I have been a viewer on this platform, an observer for 14 years, and a creator for 6 of those years. If you've been a creative individual for at least 7 to 8 of those years, or even a viewer for that time, you would understand that Mr. Beast created a model of content that could outlive platform rules that were embedded into the algorithm around 2018. And that content is called E for everyone. No swearing, no extreme crap, no blood, no nothing, just fringing on it, but being it made for everyone to watch and for everyone to enjoy. And YouTube wanted to peddle that type towards the trending page, towards the recommended list, and towards the algorithm. And you know, for a time, I didn't like Mr. Beast. During 2020 and 2019, I saw everyone copy his format. It was easy to copy, and I hated that. And I didn't like Mr. Beast. I didn't like Mr. Beast because I didn't want like content that was original and content that was cool and epic and actually made with a scrawny camera instead of highly produced millions of dollars videos. I just wanted to see something like that. Over time, I started realizing that all that Mr. Beast did, you know, was peddle the content. He isn't the heads of YouTube. He isn't an executive. He isn't even an ambassador. He is just a guy making content, and YouTube were like, oh, we want you to be our poster boy. And hey, what is he supposed to do? Stop the content he makes? Stop making money and stop making a living for himself? Or stop doing what he loves? No, that's just ridiculous. And I feel like anyone that thinks that Mr. Beast is the problem is just, we're all annoyed. We're all annoyed at YouTube not listening to the creators, to the people that have made it what it is. We're all annoyed. But to attack YouTube's favorites when those favorites don't even intend to be favorites is quite a low blow. So I'm very surprised that Jack said that, because he has been on this platform for such a long time and he's seen all the changes and influences through the last 10 years, through the last 12 years. And I'm surprised how he will be like, oh, it's Mr. Beast's fault. But really, whose fault is it? The ones who have made YouTube what it is today, from what it was 10 years ago, from what it was in its origin point, are the ones who own YouTube, who are the executives on the board, who are the chairman, who are the CEOs, who are the engineers. Those are the ones who have made YouTube what it is today. We gotta get out of this motion like, oh, it's the creators' fault because they're picking it. It's so easy. So we gotta start removing this, because Mr. Beast is innocent as clay. He's like seriously, and that's a really immature opinion. Hello there, it's October. Yeah, months go by and you realize a lot of stuff. Let's get into it. All right, Raka Raka made their own horror film. If you've known Raka Raka, they're basically filmmaking YouTubers who make skits on a filmmaking budget level with just stupid vlog cameras. They've been doing it for years. 2017-18, they said they were not making money off YouTube anymore because of the demonetization and copy strike rules that YouTube embedded into the program. They weren't making any money because they do a lot of violent stuff and sweary, wary, nary. YouTube does not like that. So for years, they've been talking about writing a script and going to Hollywood/LA in America to get their script passed on so they can get it filmed. They gave up this effort and wanted to do it themselves. They invested all their money into it. They were super duper poor, and guess what? It ran right through all the way to the box office of A24. A video was released this year by Raka Raka, basically them explaining that their film got picked up at one of the film festivals they had been showing the film at, and it got picked up by the most litigious filming distributor in all of Hollywood, A24. Raka Raka, through so much trials and tribulations, Danny and Michael made a film. I always felt that these guys are going to think outside the box on what is normal, and they want to do something new. They don't want to do something typical. That's their whole thing they've been preaching about making this film, something completely different. So many directors, Jordan Peterson, Spielberg, Stephen King, bloody Peter Jackson notoriously said that this horror film has been the best horror film in years. That is a true triumph after everything they did. When I watched their video that came out at the beginning of this year, I was like, there's no limit. The ceiling is just a ceiling. You can punch through it and go beyond it. The ceiling to the limitations of your creativity and your ambitious and your ambiguity of creation to a limit of filmmaking is unlimited. You can go anywhere you want. And guess what? It all starts with showcasing your skills or doing anything or having a culture, having a community all on this platform. Like when I watched that video this year, it really displayed that YouTubers have been constantly breaking the barriers, and I think YouTubers is such like a downgrade. We're creatives. The people that are going thick and thin for their content and putting so much effort, whether it be minimal, minuscule, is doing some form of editorial work, and that is beautiful. People are going against the grain and hitting it big. You know, you have YouTubers that are making films now properly, not like back in 2015 and 14 where people were making bootleg films and shelling them, actually doing stuff. Talk to Me has been the keys to the kingdom of the Hollywood industry. Like, everyone wants a piece of them. And that's what it took. It took revolutionary kids from another side of the creative medium to come in and be like, yo, let's have a look at that. That's what I love. The underdog story in throughout any form of medium, in any form of ideal creativity, any form of triumph in history is always applauded, because they are downgraded to a dog, and that dog becomes a lion, to a cheetah, to an angel. That is something so beautiful when you see it in the grand symphony of going through the odds and blocking all the doubters and haters for you to reach that point. That is truly defining. On to the last segment, but before we do go, I would like everyone, and I would appreciate every single little one of yous to please, just for my sake, like the damn video. I have put tremendous amount of effort, and for anyone to like it, it means the absolute world to me. And it puts a smile on my face, and it really encourages me, and it really makes me honestly happy. I'd be doing this nonetheless, but you liking gives it a further edge and gives it a further completion to the artistry I've created, and I'm very happy for that. I don't care really about the money. I care about producing the quality of videos I want. I don't care how this video goes, but hey, I'll wing it and I'll fly. All right, enjoy the last segment when I was 18. See ya later. Anyway, that's the state of the YouTube system. Let's make something better of it with the content I produce. This is the first video of many. Thank you all so much for chiming in my video. I'm going to make it a lot shinier with this amount of content that's being produced at the moment. So yeah, max.04. See you in the next video.